Hey guys, it's Claire Aiken, the Fiddle Leaf Fig girl, and today I'm going to teach you how to notch your Fiddle Leaf Fig in 5 minutes or less. So the first thing is, what is notching? Notching is a technique to make a cut in your Fiddle Leaf Fig that causes it to grow a new branch. So there's a few things that you'll want to do to get prepared for notching. First of all, you're going to want to decide where you want new branches on your plant. I have a whole video about that, but generally you're going to want to make sure your branches on your plant are about equal distance from each other and that all of the branches on your fiddle are in the top 1/3 of the plant so that it has a beautiful tree-like shape. So once you figured out exactly where you want your branch to be, you're going to want to find a node that is directly below where you want your branch to be. And so a node is just where your leaf meets the stem. You'll see sort of a raised area. You could see a leaf sheath. You could see where a leaf used to be that fell off. That is your node. Just kind of a raised ridge on the stem of your plant. It's pretty easy to see once you take a look at your plant. And then you're going to want to make a cut right above that. So what that does is it disrupts the flow of hormones within the sap of your plant. And instead of having the hormones go up telling your plant to grow new growth at the very top of the plant, it disrupts that flow and it tells it to grow new growth right at the node below the notch. And so it's a little bit counterintuitive because you would think where you notch, maybe the plant grows a new branch out of the notch. It's not actually out of the notch, it's the node right below it where there's dormant leaf buds that are just lying there waiting to sprout, and when you make that notch it tells them to sprout. And so it's kind of a cool process, but what you do is you just make a 45-degree angle cut right above that node. So, it could be 2 or 3 centimeters, maybe, 1/4 of an inch above the node. You want to take a very sharp knife or you want to take pruning shears and make sure they're sterile because you are cutting into the blood of your plant. You don't want to spread any infections. So sterilize your tool, make a sharp cut about 45 degrees in, so you kind of punch in about a 1/4 of the way through the stem. And so it depends how big your stem is, but you cut about 45 degrees, about a 1/4 of the way through the stem, and you do one facing upwards, and then you go up and do one facing downwards to take a little tiny triangle out of your plant. You will see white sap come out of the plant if you're successful. That means that you've actually hit the sap of the tree and that you're disrupting that hormonal flow, and that's what you want. If you don't see white sap, you need to cut deeper. Once you've gone through the process, you see the white sap, you're gonna wanna dab on a little bit of a rooting hormone. We make this product called propagation promoter that is a naturally occurring plant hormone that tells your plant to create new branches at this area. You just put a little bit on a cotton ball and you dab it on the injury or the notch of your plant. You can also use this for propagation in water, and you can also use it as kind of a supplement to enhance your plant's root system. So once you've made your notch, you've treated it with rooting hormone, then the next step is to wait. It takes 2 to 4 weeks. During this time, you want to make sure your plant's healthy. So make sure you're fertilizing it, make sure it's getting enough light, make sure you're not overwatering, and then check back. At first you'll see a little bump, and then you'll see sort of a new leaf shoot coming out, and then you'll see multiple new leaves and a branch growing out of the node that is right below your cut. And so that's basically the process of notching, and I hope that this kind of boiled it down to everything that you need to know quickly if you're ready to get started. If you want to take a deeper dive, I have a longer video that explains everything that goes on during the notching process. I also have a video on the biggest mistakes I see when it comes to notching and my tips and tricks for success. So I hope this was helpful. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.